Namaste. Welcome to this week's Summer of Love workshop. So tonight we're going to be working on the breath, and then we're going to indulge ourselves in the structural alignment when we're doing Surya Namaskara A, which is Sun Salutation A, our beginning warm-up. So come to your comfortable seated position. As we always do, we like to release our day with our breath. So sit up nice and straight and tall. Try to pull your shoulders straight across. Interlace your hands in your lap and just let those arms melt down your sides. Close your eyes and just begin to go within. Letting go of our day, letting go of our week. Coming to the here and now so that we can make those connections. We can listen and honor our bodies. This practice is a moving meditation, so just trying to make sure that we're really focusing within. So once you're nice and comfortable, soften your face, relax your jaw inside your closed lips. And feel that lock of hair on the top of your head, dangling you from the ceiling, making your neck even longer. And as you sit here, pay attention to the breath, watching it flow in, watching it flow out. Reminding you that any part of your body that's been talking to you this week or today, make sure you're mindful and honor those spots. Always adjusting for the moment. Remember, every day, every moment of the day, our bodies are changing. It has a lot to do with what we eat, how much water we drank, what activity we have had, and also our emotional being, as well as our spiritual being. So just take this time to love yourself and observe and study yourself so you can make all those right choices on your mat. And when you get off your mat, you use the same principles of making choices when you're really listening. Again, they say yoga is 1% on the mat, 99% off the mat. So let's begin to take control of the breath, inhaling as slow as you can and exhaling even slower. Every inhale, let your belly relax out, and every exhale, pull your belly button back to your spine, pushing the air up and out. Inhaling all the fresh and new. Let that breath lift your heart a little higher, and every exhale, top that belly button back to your spine very slow and gradually, helping to push the air up and out. Inhaling, letting that fresh breath cleanse over your body, and exhaling, releasing and letting go. So important to release and let go more than what we bring in. And we're going to practice this wonderful breath. But let's first start by constricting the back of our throat, pressing against the air as it flows in and out, creating that hissing sound, a gentle Ujjayi breath, helping us create heat and energy to fuel our practice, as well as bringing all of our awareness to our heart center, to our internal body, paying attention. So let's practice this breath with the counting, helping us lengthen our breath, making our pace for our practice. So exhale all the air out and inhale 1, exhale 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And breathe. And slowly open your eyes. So tonight, we're going to be working on Surya Namaskara A. And generally, Surya Namaskara A has chaturangas. And chaturangas can be really dangerous for women's shoulders. So I'm going to show you a section, I can't even say that, show you a step-by-step process to decide where you are. And we'll start off with the easier way of doing our Surya Namaskara A, and then we'll work our way up to the full chaturangas. So make sure you honor you, so important. I'll give you tips on how to stay safe, but still, if your body says no, that means no, so make sure you honor you. So let's start off by coming up to the top of our mat. And this involves a forward bend. So whenever you're doing a forward bend, you bend your knees slightly and you hinge from your hips. So make sure you honor your body. So here we go. Feet are hip width apart, or they can be next to each other. Everybody's going to be a little different here, so honor you. So let's start off first by taking our gaze forward. I'm going to turn this way so you can see how this looks. So feet hip width apart. Now we're going to open our palms forward. Now when we open our palms forward, our clavicle, the process that comes out here, the end of our clavicle can be in our way of lifting our arms. So we always want to rotate our palms forward so that they can go around that process. So here we go. Let's open our shoulders and inhale your heart, your arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive over, hinging at your hips, bend your knees, fingertips to the ground. And let's come back up. Inhale, lift your heart, knees stay bent as we come all the way back up. And exhale our hands to our sides, Samastiti. I'll go side view. We're going to inhale our heart, our arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, slowly come down. And we're going to come back up. And exhale, Samastiti. All right, so as we're doing forward bends, we always want to make sure our knees are bent slightly coming up or going down. Now, the next thing to think about when we're moving our arms is we always want our hands gently engaged. So when you open your palms, just gently engage them, as well as engaging your forearms. So we're going to feel like we're lifting our arms, our heart up the sky. And when we come down, we keep them engaged as well. We want it controlled all the way. So by engaging our hands and our forearms, we're helping our shoulders. If we just let them limp and we lift up and down, our shoulders will do all the work. And so our body's made to work as a team. So our shoulders, our arms, our hands are all helping each other. Now, the next thing we're going to do is as we lift our arms, our gaze is going to follow our hands up to the sky. And so we wait till we keep our eyes straight ahead. And when our hands meet up with our eyes, then we're going to slowly take your gaze up the wall, across the ceiling to your hands. And then you're going to take your gaze across the ceiling, down the wall, across the floor, fingertips to the ground. And again, when you come back up, it's going to be across the floor, up the wall, across the ceiling to your hands. And then exhale your gaze across the ceiling, straight ahead, and release. All right, our gaze is our drishti. And that drishti is really important for balance, inner ear. And so we want to make sure we're always holding on with our eyes with a concrete object, like the floor, like the ceiling, like a wall in front of us. So we're always holding on. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to the next part. So I'll go sideways now. So here we go. Our gaze is straightforward. Let me turn my fan down. It's a little chilly. All right. So our gaze is straightforward. Feet are hip width apart. And remember, our gaze is going to follow with our hands. So in this one, we're going to inhale your heart, your arms. Take your gaze up, look up. Hands and arms are engaged. Exhale. Bend at your hips. Bend your knees slightly. Swan dive over. Nice straight spine. Dangle your head. Inhale. Pull your head forward. And then exhale. Bend your knees. Plant your hands on the earth. Step both feet back. And come down to your forearms. So elbows should be under shoulders, and we're just going to breathe here in this plank. So think about your glutes engaged, your core is engaged as you breathe, and you want your back to round to the ceiling. You don't want any caving in between your shoulder blades. Top of the head's forward, you're looking straight down at your thumbs. Breathe into it. And then bring your knees out to the sides, and then let your hip weight drag your hands back, modify down dog, and relax here and breathe. And let's just come up, and I'm going to talk about the planking. So when we're in a planking, we always want our arms to be at a 90-degree angle. So here they are on the ground. You should have it at a 90-degree angle. Shoulders should be right over our elbows. Hands are relaxed. They're not pushing down or anything here, but we want them to come straight out. We want our arms to stay in the same vertical plane. When we're in our plank, we want to step our feet back, and we want to make a nice straight plank. It doesn't have to be straight like power planking. We can have our hips up a little bit. We want our shoulders straight across as much as possible, but have that rounded back. And as we are in the plank, we are engaging our glutes and our core on every exhale. We're really getting a workout on our exhale as well as our arms and our legs. Now our head can be straight forward. The top of our head straight forward, looking straight down at our mat. When we bring our knees out to the sides and let our hip weight drag your hands back just a little bit and release our head on the ground. Now my hips are down, but if your hips don't go down, don't have to worry about it. You can be up here too. And just breathe. And then on your next exhale, look through to your hands, and we're going to step our feet up to our hands. Look up. Knees are bent, and exhale, flow. And inhale, follow your heart all the way up. And exhale, hands to your sides, Samastiti. All right, so that is the best posture, the best flow of Surya Namaskara A when we are protecting our shoulders. So in most of my classes now in Vinyasa flow, we do it in the planking because most of the ladies in my class are a little older like me, and they have some wrist issues or shoulder issues. And so this is the safest position, is just going into the plank, being fully supported by your forearms. All right, so let's say you want to move it up a little bit and do a little bit more. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower in the planking position as though we're doing chaturangas, but not full chaturangas from straight arms, but from the forearm planking. So this one, we're going to lower down. So when you lower down, you want your hands and your elbows to scrape your sides. So as I lower down, which I'm going to demonstrate, but I just want to show you, let's say this is the floor in front of me, and I'm lowering down to the floor. This way, if my elbows stay in tight, my shoulders are protected. We never want our elbows to be out to the side. So if I lower down and my elbows are out to the side, I make it open for injury to my shoulders. So chaturangas are pretty hard on women's shoulders. So if you're going to do chaturangas, a little more intense chaturanga, you want to make sure that your elbows are in. Even when we go from our forearms down, we're keeping those elbows squeezing our sides. So let me demonstrate that. So here we go. Surya Namaskara A, doing chaturangas on our forearm planking. So find your footing. Think about those four corners of your feet, the balls of your big toe, the balls of your baby toe on either side of your heel. Try to lift your arches and just play around with your feet for a moment. Our Surya Namaskaras are warming our body, trying to oil our joints. And let's open our shoulders forward, palms forward, and inhale your heart, your arms. Take your gaze up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, swan dive over, nice straight spine, dangle your head. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, step both feet back, hip width apart. Come down to your forearms. And now our toes are going to push our heart forward. And then we're going to lower down, belly to the floor. Slide our hands back, keep those elbows in tight. We're going to lift our hands and our heart to cobra, or take it all the way up to up dog. Roll over your knees. Go right into modified down dog. Breathe. Nice, long, deep breaths. So these are possible progressions on how to do Surya Namaskara A. Then we can come back up and walk our feet up to our hands. Look up, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale all the way up. And exhale, Samasthiti. All right, so now we're going to add in down dog. So when we do Surya Namaskaras, we usually end up in down dog and rest and get back with our breath. We're warming up. So when we do all these postures in this movement, we find that our breath becomes hard to breathe. So at the end, we get into down dog, and that's where we regroup with our breath. So it's our resting position. So we talked about down dog in one of our other videos, so you should be familiar with that. So here we go. We're going to do chaturangas with forearm planking, and we're going to end with down dog. So here we go. Let's inhale your heart, your arms reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive over, dangle your head. Inhale, third eye. Let's step our feet back to the plank, to our forearms. Use your toes to push your heart forward and lower down. Arms are squeezing your sides. Slide your hands back, lift up to cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over your knees, curl your toes under, lift up, down dog. So make sure the heels of your hands are directly in front of your shoulders. Engage your hands, especially your pointer and thumb. Bend your knees, bring your belly to your thighs. Ears are right next to your arms. Nice, long, deep breaths. You want to tug on your spine, bring your chin toward your chest, but keep those ears still right next to your arms. You don't want your head to go through. You still want that alignment. And on your next exhale, look through to your hands and step your feet up to the top. Look up and exhale forward. And inhale, follow your heart all the way up. And exhale, Samasthiti. All right, now I'm getting hot. All right, so here we go. Now, we've done chaturangas on our forearms. We've gone into down dog. Now I'm going to demonstrate a full-blown Surya Namaskara A. Make sure If your shoulders are fine with this, if they're not, please don't do it. This is doing chaturangas from straight arm lowering down. So when we're at straight arms lowering down, we want those elbows to scrape our sides, okay? So I'll show you again. So if we're in the plank, this is the floor where my hands are. When I lower down, I want my arms to scrape my sides. They should touch my sides, all right? That's the key. Now, as you're lowering, when they scrape your sides, we're keeping the bones in a vertical plane that makes it stronger, makes you stronger, as well as the bones are doing most of the work. When our bones are not aligned, if our elbows are out, then the muscles start to overwork and generally work in the wrong direction, and that causes injury. So we want to align the bones and make sure when we lower down, they're all in the same plane. All right, so here we go. Surya Namaskara A, full chaturanga. And also it's really important when you're lowering in the plank that you engage all your muscles. So on lowering, when you're lowering in the plank, it's on an exhale. So that means we're engaging our core, we're engaging our glutes. When we engage, the more muscles we engage, that means the less stress on one joint. It's almost like it takes the weight away from the other joints. You know, it's pulling in all directions. All the joints are engaged and aligned, and that makes it safer. So be gentle. Here we go. So find your footing, gaze straight forward. Let's open our shoulders and inhale your heart, your arms. Take your gaze up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive over, dangle your head. Inhale, third eye, step both feet back. Now let's pull our heart past our thumbs, elbows in, engage as you lower down. Slide your hands back, lift up to cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl your toes under, down dog, breathe. Nice long breaths. Knees are always bent in these first down dogs or the first Surya Namaskaras. We're really stretching our spine right now. We'll work on our legs when we get to our next Surya Namaskara. And on your next exhale, look through to your hands and step your feet up. Look up. And exhale, fold. And inhale, follow your heart all the way up. And exhale, Samastiti. All right, that's a side view. So now I'm gonna work on a front view for you so you can see what it looks like from a front angle, okay? And you can see how my elbows are in while I'm doing Surya Namaskara or Chaturanga. I'm gonna move my camera back a smidgen so that you can see my full mat. Make sure, all right, here we go. Make sure I got, oops. Yeah, that will do it. Okay, here we go. Up at the top of our mat. Hands at your sides, feet where you feel comfortable. Some people like their feet together. Some people like it hip width apart. You decide where you like to be. Gaze straight forward, open your palms, inhale your heart, your arms, take your gaze up slowly. The slower you go, the more benefits you receive. Exhale, swan dive over, dangle your head. Inhale, third eye, step both feet back, hip width apart. Pull your heart past your thumb, use your toes to do that. Elbows in, lower down. Slide your hands back, elbows in, lift your heart to cobra or up dog. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift up, down dog. So once you're in down dog, make sure you root your fingers, your heels and your hands in. Bend your knees, really sink your hips towards the wall behind you. Chin towards your chest, but keep your ears right next to your arms. And breathe. And on your next exhale, look through to your hands and step your feet up. Look up and exhale, fold. And inhale, follow your heart all the way up. And exhale, Samstiti. All right, Surya Namaskara A. Hope you enjoyed it. Namaste. Have a wonderful evening. Use this video over and over to practice your Surya Namaskara A. God bless. See you next workshop.